Okay, I didn't want you guys to worry about me, so I decided to come back up and let you guys know that everything went pretty well in reference to striving to get back some equity and things of that nature that I've accumulated out here in the West over the past 10 years. So working on a pretty deep project, but yeah, man, they definitely want to offset 0 point. That's their main goal. They want to offset 0 point, but the thing is that they don't fully understand time yet, these disagreeable beings. See, if they can get a full grasp over time, they're going to offset 0 point. And they want to form what's called an annuity. See, when you have something like an eclipse, whether it's solar or lunar, it doesn't matter, this gives you the opportunity to form what's called an annuity. And an annuity forms when you offset a group of numbers that's working together to create something. And when you take and offset that, this forms what's called an annuity. And the only way to master time and to break the annuity, or to even defend yourself from the annuity so that it never exists, is that you have to begin to lock your physical biological shell into the biorhythms of the earth. And once you lock your shell into the biorhythms of the earth, you're going to have to go to key areas. I've been talking about this. Key areas on this planet and leave what's called mile markers. In the Bible, they call them leaflets. And the reason why you want to do this is because when attacked by disagreeable beings, what you don't realize is that they don't see you. They see the energy or the grid that you've created. And their goal is to break down this grid and this energy and form a new one and put you into a bubble or a shell. So if you haven't strategically laid out your mile markers, that's why I'm holding this bag. This is a bag of quartz I'm going to be giving out to my fellow fans on another channel. We're working on a ritual, but I just want to show you this. And you got to leave, you don't have to necessarily leave quartz, but you have to leave something that your energy is connected to when you go places. When you go places on the grid, you must know the longitude and latitude line of which you are at in the degrees. And if you don't, you can always remember where you were, what city you were, and go back and map out this grid so that you can figure out where you at. Because the goal is that what they want to do is that they want to disconnect a certain amount of people that was tied into the zero reference, that bloodline ties into the zero reference point of this particular cycle of time. See, this is a cycle of time. And what you don't realize is that when this time was created, it wasn't just based on, okay, a group of people got together and said, on your mark, get ready, get set, go. Okay, here's time starting at that point. No, time literally started with a group of people's incarnation on this planet, and this turned into what's called a new time, or a new sphere of time, is what this is called. Some people may call this reincarnation, but it's actually deeper than that. This is actually a new era of time. See, one of our great prophets said that time never was when man and woman was not, or nothing. So there was never a time when man or woman was nothing, because man and woman always went through different metamorphoses and different experiments, and each experiment marked a new beginning in time. If you notice in the book of Numbers, we were living hundreds of years, and then you start to notice that we only begin to live decades. This is because we begin to visa in debt. This is what we begin to do. And visa in debt is this. It's when, so you have a vision. You was given a vision when you were born, a clear vision. This is called clear audience, or divinity is actually what it's called. You were given a clear vision, and this clear vision is compromised when you incarnate on this planet and begin to mix up different doctrines from the one that you were born up under. So you were given clear audience and clear vision and the opportunity to lock yourself into a time cycle. However, most of us sell this out because we don't keep track of certain cycles, certain biorhythms, because we don't know what to count or how to count. There's a certain way that you must count. See, it's not just 1, 2, 3, 4 who has the most, because some counts go out. And when some counts go out, other counts come in. So what I mean by that is that sometimes the amount doesn't matter. It may be based on the weight itself, or it may be based on the length of time itself, longevity. You see, so what I'm getting at is that this group of beings, what they're going to try to do is that they're going to try to offset 0 point, and then from there they want to set an annuity up and set up a new aspect of time. However, this is going to create many opportunities on a money level, because what they don't know is that if you can out visa them, see when they give you time, like if they give you a job or something like that or an assignment, they're giving you time. There is a line, essentially. And what you have to do is learn how to form a circle around this line and create what's called a vacuum or pocket of time, or a new era of time. And when you do this, you can begin to break down the time that was given to you and essentially visa it and gain time. You can gain time based upon energy, because time is equal to energy. Believe it or not, time is motion. Anytime you talk about time, you're dealing with motion or movement of something. And anytime you're dealing with motion, you have to have what? Energy. So you have to learn how to use energy to supersede time. See, there's a lock on time. And that's what I'll get into in the future. So right now, I'll just say this and close down. Since we had this eclipse, we are in an annuity, a new era of time. They didn't necessarily offset 0 point yet. However, those of us that are listening and breathing at this time have a responsibility to now connect with the sun and to now begin to travel and leave our blueprint or leave our mile markers in these different areas, so that we can build up our astral body, so that when we are attacked by this disagreeable group of beings, because they are going to attack you, because they have to, this is the test to see if you are the vicegerent or the prince or the princess of this earth, the one that's here to protect it. You know everything about it. This is your spaceship. This is your vehicle. When other beings come to this planet, not only should you know through a radar system that's connected to you, but you should be able to defend yourself and put up force fields and protect yourself. So this is how we do it on 13 Signs Astrology. You know, what I do is I study metaphysics and try to teach you how these things are relevant to you today, and what you can do to protect yourself with this today. How you can make $100,000 today doing something like this. How I came out here with nothing, and they destroyed my devices, and I was able to manifest a phone from nothing, from being positive, even in negative situations. You can do the same thing. So as always, stay tuned. I'm going to come back up with more. Stay vigilant. Namaste.